So first, I would like to apologize because I'm very tired because with the team we are working so much since few months. Well, last week we were focusing on releasing internally a new generation of robots. But the good news is that today I will show you some picture about the face of the robot, not the complete robot, and perhaps if you come to talk with me, I can show you more about what we are doing now. I want also to make clear that I'm not a researcher, I'm an entrepreneur, so I won't give you numbers or methods, or I will just talk about the way a guy like me is approaching a character robotic. So a robotic that is not only a tools, that is not only a mechatronic assembly, but which is also having a personality and a way to interact in a very natural way with people. So I prepare a presentation this morning, so it's very short. But first of all, what we could say is that if before it existed a doubt about the future of humanoid robotics, today we can definitively say that it will exist for sure. It has been first, let's say, an Asian approach of robotic, okay, and pretty soon in Europe we got some companies that were focusing on this kind of bipedal problems, and now it's in US that we see some good progress, so it's a good sign because this means that the pragmatic entrepreneurship from US understand that there is a good business that is coming with that. And I'm pretty sure that in the next, in this decade, we will have the chance to interact with this kind of robotics in a daily basis. But I'm also understand that the kind of robot that is proposed by the big company, like I don't know, we can talk about Huawei or Boston Dynamics or Tesla, won't be the kind of robot we will want in our life because it's ugly. It defines something about us that most of the people won't agree on. So, I mean, we are not just a machine, we are not just a tool for the society, we are more than that. And if we are interacting with a robot that is that have a human face and human body, we expect it to help us to better define the way we are, and we can talk more about that. So that's why we created Enchanted Tools. So it's a kind of a way to say the name itself. Enchanted Tools say that, okay, it's a tools, but it's at the same time something that is more than just a tools. It's something that can bring some marvelous in our life. Okay, so we will see that. So as Pierre Brice mentioned, I got the chance, that was 15 years ago, to contribute very actively on Now and Paper. I led a big team, like 300 engineers, to develop the paper robots, and that was a very good robot, and we were very happy to that because people wanted to discover what is a humanoid robot. But the robot was not enough to work on a daily basis with people. These robots were only focusing on interaction and moving, and that was not enough to install recurrence of interest that are needed by robots. And so I spent 10 years of my life working on these robots and trying to achieve some specific goals. And one of them was to create appearance of life into the robot. So what is appearance of life is something very complex, and perhaps you, a researcher, can better define what this means. But from my entrepreneur point of view, that was a way to give to the robot a kind of deepness, and every day I can discover something new, and I could feel that that the robot have its own way to perceive the reality. That was a way to define that, but later I understood that I was wrong about that. But first, when I was working on Now and Paper and trying to achieve this appearance of life, of course we work on animation, so how the robot is moving. We work on sound design. We work on voice synthesis. We try to approach prosody. We used many different ways to express something, like it could be LEDs, lights. Could be motion, it could be many things like that. But anytime we got the sensation to be in front of something that has been prepared and something that is playing like the way you can feel in front of a cartoon that is just playing like that without any things about you, without any things about the environment. It's like if it was just a spectrum and nothing occurs directly. And then once I got something like 10 now, and I put on them a sound localism algorithm. So that's pretty simple. You know, there is a sound, and then the robot is turning the head toward the direction of the sound. And there's 10 robots was doing that job, and I went to the restaurant. I forgot them, and when I went back to the room where they are, I opened the room like every day, and then the 10 robots all together looked to me like that, and that was like wow. I used to say that was the first time of my life I felt seen by a machine. And that was the first time of my life I felt that I was existing into the robot eyes. And that was the beginning of something very important for me that definitively changed the way I saw robotics, and especially character robotics. So anytime since, I'm trying to work on not making appearance of existence or appearance of life into the robot. I don't care about that. What I care of is reflecting the life of the user. Anytime, any direction of eyes, any movement, any sound, anything that the user is doing, I'm trying to reflect it as fast as I can. So then people can feel that they exist into the robot eyes, and then they can agree on the coexistence in between them and the robot. So that was something very, very important. But Now and Paper was not prepared to do something like that. There is no face, there is no way to move a mouth, there is no noise, airs, a lot of things was missing. So I wanted to start a new robot at that time, and I went to see SoftBank, and I said, I need 100 million to start a new robot. So that was totally crazy, and it won't work. But since I'm a very opinionated person, I decided to quit the company, to sell my stocks, and to start to focus on that. And I identify 3 big issues. One issue is interaction, so the point we are talking about today. The second issue is moving into space. And the third issue is being able to grasp an object. And with these 3 features, I think that characters robotics could achieve something, and we could agree on living with this kind of marvelous character on a daily life basis. And I look into my pocket, and I didn't find 100 million euros. So I decided to start a company from scratch. And that company was Spoon AI. And the idea was to focus only on interaction. So we started to develop digital characters with this appearance of life, with interaction. So it's animated character, interactive animated character. And actually, almost nobody are doing that. Of course, there is a very great industry around animated character with good animators, rigging, storytelling, character design, so full of very talented artists. There is a video game where you can find an interactive character, but it's interactive. It's never like into eyes-to-eyes interaction. It's never voice-to-voice, prosody to prosody. It's never like this. It's more like, how they call that? Procedural animation. So the character can take into account what's happening around, but not so much about you. Because they do not have the camera, they do not have a lot of things. So then we started to focus on that, recruiting AI researchers, developers, of course, and we created a first character, which was not a full body character, because a full body character is very expensive if you want to create that character here, like a rhinoceros. The cost of this kind of character is millions of euros. It costs a lot to create this kind of thing. So we first focus on the head. And it has been a long trip to make a business with that. We are working since 7 years on this, but the company is still living and better. We are today almost 30 persons working on that with a 3 million euro turnover by year. Which is good. And the good news is that we, big brand, understand that with metaverse and all the stuff, they need characters. And they want smart characters. And they want to give a good experience to people. So that's why our business is going like that right now, because some good brand like Renault is asking us to develop a new interactive animated character. And there is plenty of character that we can give an appearance of life. And we are talking more and more with brands that already have characters and who want it to them to interact. And almost 18 months ago, I didn't find 100 million euros, but I found 15 million euros to start the company, to start a new company, so Enchanted Tools. And with the focus I was mentioning about, like interaction, grasping, and navigation, in order to develop a kid-size robot, 1 meter and 23 centimeters. So it's high like this. And today I will show you some picture, and it will release. This robot will release end of this month. So that's why we are working so hard. And it took us 12 months to create that robot. But not only the robot, we create the animated character, and we created so much things around that, which is not a pure robot. Not only a pure robot. But I wanted to be back on my master, and the master is Gray Walters. In 1950, he worked a lot on reactive robotics. So that's why I'm always starting with that, because we are most of the time trying to create very big AI compute things, and we are most of the time losing our time because we are not focusing on the right things, and the right things about robot is interaction, and make sure that at any time something occurs. We could say whatever it occurs, but we need something to happen when we interact with the robot. That's the point we need to keep in mind all the time, and this is what Walter shows us. And you remember all the phototropic negative and positive robots. They can react to what's happening in terms of light, but if you are moving, but you have a shadow, you are transforming the way the light is mapping around. So then this kind of reactive robot will move. They will be afraid. They will be happy. They will be trying to get to you. Or and it's people are using the kind of word like he's intelligent, he saw me, he like me, doesn't like me, and it's a very this semantic switch is very interesting to see how people, since the robot is very reactive to them, they start to use words that they are normally using for other people. And that was a very big lesson about this kind of robot, and that's why he's still my master today. So some robot, it's not robot, it's animated characters, interactive animated characters. So that one on the left has been developed for the CNES, which is the National Space Agency. So this character is designed to go to the space with astronauts, but also to help people to better understand what is space science, especially in school. Spoonie is the historical characters, and another character like BNP Paribas. The name is Tell Me. So most of these companies like BNP, but also Renault and some others, are mainly focusing on semantic interaction. Like, I want to say something to my car, I want a character to whom I could say something. And then this is mainly voice interaction, semantic interaction. And my work is making them understand that this is not enough, especially if we have a kind of material interaction. A car is moving, a car has a door that needs to be open, and so on. So if you want your user to better understand that, you need to implement a kind of embodiment to your AI. And the body of your AI is a car, but it's also a kind of I don't like the word avatar. I prefer a character. It's kind of a character that is living into the car or into the agency or into the space station or whatever. So this is what has been developed for Renault. It has been present a few weeks ago. So it's a very, oh, sorry for the quality of the video. The conversion has been not so good. Wow. So I guess you understand the idea. It's a very active character with strong animation that can give a lot of emotion to user as much as possible. And perhaps you know the kind of costs that are involved into animation movie. So basically, what you can remember is that the cost of animation movie is almost 1 million by minute. So if you want to create 1 minute of movie, you have to spend 1 million. So it's very expensive. A character like this, the cost is not 1 million, but not so far from 1 million. So it's very expensive. So when a brand is coming to you and say, I want a character and I have 20k euros to develop it, you cannot, simply you can do an avatar like anybody else, and the brand, every people will be disappointed about the result, and they will say that it's not a good technology. But actually, if we do it properly with the right person, with the right job, with the right amount of money, because it's a question of money, so then we can have a good result and we can change things. And we have many of ideas and many of talented artists. So now I will focus a bit more on Miroka and Miroki. So there's two Miroka. Miroka means Miro-Oka. So it's like Indo-European roots. Miro, it's seeing. Oka is other, Otra. But very basically, Miroka means seeing over. And I like to say it's seeing the marvelous other. So when we started, we work in the way characters are designed. So we start to work with drawers. So I asked some people to draw many different characters. So I took some of them here. And there's many things about that to say. But we wanted to create, Enchanted Tools. We do not want to create a robot, basically. Anytime a robot needs to be a character, it's all the time a robot, which is quite boring. I mean, robots have something else to say about who they are. So I wanted to design it the way we can design an enchanted character. So we try to find some reference, like a vegetal reference, animal reference, and we try to create something new. We didn't want to create Yes? Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. We didn't want to create a human. Okay, we are enough like that. We didn't want to create a dog or a cat. We wanted to create something new that is not directly, that it need curiosity from people to better understand who they are. But we keep big mammals, things like big eyes, ears, mouth, so then people can understand how the robot reacts, understanding its attention and understanding its intention. So if this character is looking at this, so then it means probably that he can grab it or something like that. Okay. And finally, we kept that one, the one on the left. So that is the roots of everything you will soon see, and today, starting from today. But before we have done other things, so this is Moon that has been done with Spoon. So it's still an animated character. We didn't spend millions on that, but we like it, love it very much. So we spend a lot of energy to make it. We spend a lot of energy to make it works. And before showing you more visual about Miroka and Miroki, a couple of words. So we want to sell 100,000 units, and the price is around 30K. That's our goal. It's 3 times more than Aldebaran. Sorry. So as I told you, we are pattern driven. So there is 5 patterns in the company, and this is one of the patterns. So the team is focused like that, is organized like that. The product is organized like that. The documentation is organized like that. We are always focusing this, and we try to better understand what does this mean. I mean, what is a robot that is purely navigation and grasping, and what are the components that can be used in a, we call that petals, in the 3 petals area, the white one. Which is our focus, of course. And you can see all the robots and trying to understand who they are depending on these flowers. and almost nobody are focusing the center. But I believe that the center comes with a kind of a singular position where you do not need to be the best in grasping, the best in interaction, and the best in navigation, but you need to well compose these 3 features, a very complementary approach on these 3 features in order to touch the singular point. And this is exactly my focus now. And as you see, Spoon is only about interaction. Okay, so here we are. I cannot show you everything, but I show you some parts. So the ears are 20 centimeters long. There is some parts like that are very smart. So we call this an orbiter. So it's a 3 degree of freedom combined joint. So the good thing about that is that this kind of motorization realize a quaternion function directly in mechatronics, which is very, very good. And you can see the hand. The hand has been designed to grasp only one object, because I do not want to sell something that could not be achieved right now, which is grasping any kind of object. That's mechatronically stupid. And in terms of user experience, it's stupid too, because I could not tell a robot to grasp this specific bottle there in the shelf, I don't know where. It's very hard to explain a robot what he should do and which object he should grasp. So we decided to focus only on grasping one object, and this object is an handle, which could be attached to many kind of objects. That's the way we design it and we think it. And as you can see, the face is projected on the screen. But this is a poor picture of a not ready technology, and right now it's much better than that. Are you ready to see the face of Miroki? Let's go! Ta-da! So it has been designed. So nobody saw that. So please do not share that. Keep that with you. I know that you take picture and that's okay, but the 29th November, we will announce that. So we can then keep the mystery to some of us, and so then I'm happy to share that with you. So it's a kind of humanoid, but it's not a bipedal robot. It's not a bipedal character, and he's not living on Earth. He's living on another planet, far, far away. The name of the planet is Miroko. He's not living alone. And on the 29th of November, he will find a way to get in here with us, with a robot. So it has been designed as an animated character, exactly with all the techniques that are used in the animation movie, and at the same time as a robot. So it can be one or the other, depending on what's happened. So, not good video, but... oh la la, I'm sorry for the quality. So you can see that was the first work on the, what we call a rigging. But it has changed. I have some other picture about that. So this is a full depth vision of the face. And I hope that video would be better than the others. No, it's still the same. But as you can see, we are using the animation tools. So this is the rig test. So here, the rig is every muscle that are in the character could be used independently. And basically, when you will use a robot, you will be able to use this kind of control automatically or by hand, depending on what you are doing. So I highlight a little so you will see that there is thousands of degrees of freedom, so then thousands of ways to express emotion. Even the light could be adjusted. And that's very fun to show that video to people, because to kids, because when he's like this, you can see into the face of people that they are doing the same. and some control are very smart. There are some control with the mouth. When you are using that, it's very intuitive. Ouais, it works. Mouth. So if we are using the sound properly, coming with that sound design, you can imagine the amount of emotion you can give to people. Okay, now? 1 minute. So okay, I will be quick. So you can see the very cute mouth. So okay, I will be fast now. Tuck. Okay, I can conclude on that. So today at Enchanted Tools we are almost 50. So we are 100 working on the Miroka and Miroki, 15 directly in the company, plus 30 from Spoon, plus 20 other people from different company. And we really believe that starting from the 29th of November, we will be appreciated by people, and our approach will make people understand that robotic is not necessarily something that is about tooling or military or I don't know, but it could be also a way to mix being useful and being bring marvelous to people at the same time. That's our goal. Thank you.